talk it out with your counselor. They know a lot of information that you don't. So you never know what you are missing out on unless you ask the right people, do your research, start with your essays early.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you recommend in general to somebody who is just starting, or maybe they have some doubts whether they should apply to the US, to a US university? They might be considering studying locally here in Lima or in Ciudad de Mexico or anywhere locally in Latin America. How do you compare like studying in a local university in South America versus studying in the US, and what would you recommend them?
Okay, so if they're scared of like cultural shock, like they have a lot of family friends here in Latin America, then they have to move to the US and it's like a whole new environment, right? And so what I heard of is, first of all, in the US, people are a lot more like sensitive. And what I mean by that is like maybe here you make a lot of jokes with your friends, that might be okay here, but in the US you have to watch out like the type of stuff that you say, right? So if you're in university in the US, for example, there's like certain, let's say, stereotypes that you shouldn't be saying. You should really watch out for that because you won't make a lot of friends if you like say those jokes, right? But if you're going elsewhere, like to Mexico or to
Bogota or
Spain, right? To Spain, those countries, because they're also Spanish speaking, you would have no problem with your language there, right? And naturally, you should always like respect the local culture, respect the people there, and generally, I think you will have like a really nice time there.
So, what would you tell somebody who is starting and maybe is like overwhelmed with high school and also applying to a US university? How do you manage that during high school? Well, still in high school, but like, you're deciding which you were doing two things at the same time.
Okay, so I guess to those people, you don't have to worry because I am in full IB. So what happened is in IB, it's kind of super intensive, and what happened is I have a lot of homework, and every night I kind of go to sleep at 12 o'clock doing homework. But what happened is you first just need to manage your time really well. Luckily, I think my time was, I was following a schedule that was set by Master's College, so I didn't really have to think about managing my time there. Mm-hmm. And what you should do is maybe work on your college essays early on. So as soon as like your second semester begins, as soon as your first semester begins, you should be already working on it, because by the second semester, you're mostly like done. You should be done with everything, because at that time, you're gonna have finals, you're gonna have the mocks, and then the finals, you're gonna have a load of other things, like maybe the university that you want to apply to rejected you, so you have to like pick another option, right? So you want to get that done as early as possible, and you can do that if you manage your time well. And I managed my time well because I had a schedule to follow, and that schedule is why I feel secure, and that security also made me not as stressed as much. So That's why it's very important to start early, have an advisor who is like keeping you in check, because I know how like high school students, it's a little bit hard to control themselves sometimes. Right. So someone helping would be a super good like addition, and finally just get everything done on time, because it will really help you in the end.
All right, just to finish this interview, what would you recommend in general to somebody who is like maybe in 11th or 12th grade and is considering applying, but he has doubts or she has doubts, and she might think, no, maybe it's not worth it to go to the US, or it's too difficult or whatever?
Oh, just like, well, I mean, I had the same doubts, but it's kind of like it's your future, right? So if you think that being in the US will help out with whatever you're studying, like if you're interested in finance, if you're interested in business management, if you're interested in whatever, right? Mm-hmm. You think that being in the US will help you a lot because you have relatives there, because maybe your friends went there as well. Talk it out with your counselor. or talk it out with your advisor. Usually those people have a lot of knowledge. They know like a lot of information that you don't. And once they tell you, you might find out that, wow, like it looks like I actually have a chance, right? Or it looks like I actually have a lot of chances. So you never know what you are missing out on unless you ask the right people, do your research, start with your essays early.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Excellent. Okay, well, today it was David Hao. We are very happy because of his successful story. It really was a nice story, and we are very happy that he was admitted to many universities, and we are very thankful for the trust and all the confidence in all our process. Would you recommend Master's College to somebody who would like to apply to a U.S. university maybe?
Yeah, I would. Master College has helped me out throughout this entire process, and it is something that took a tremendous effort that I put into. And without their help, it would have certainly been a more difficult journey. But because they did help me during my time of need, I feel like I accomplished a lot more.
Okay, excellent. Thank you for listening today. And well, it was David Hao. I'm very happy that he's going to study at the University of Florida, a very nice and good university in the States. See you.